Hello, my fellow movie fans, and welcome to the new adventures of A Feast of Films Theatre with your hosts, Jesse Prosser and Ethan R. Hill.
In Technicolor.
Very professional. He's texting on the job.
Oh, I didn't know we started yet.
Oh,
This will be me through the entire thing. I've forgotten how to be a socially active creature.
that's fair. It's been quite some. Oh, well, how'd this get here? Yes. No, we've finally, after many months, finally we have some free time.
No, it's only been a month. When did we release Halloween?
Oh, in October, which was over a month ago.
Well, when in October?
I don't remember. It's been a whole month.
Ah, so it has only been a month.
No, it's been over a month.
It's true. Let's
Comment
see.
down below when the Halloween episode was
No one's
posted.
gonna comment.
Well, not with that
Because we
attitude.
released it on the 31st, which was a Monday.
Yes.
And we're recording on a Monday. Bless you.
Thank you. Welcome back to A Feast of Films.
It's been a month and about a week and a half. Month and 2 weeks,
Indeed.
give or take.
We did not grace you with our presence in November.
It has been quite crazy, but not in a good way, not in a bad way.
Just like moderate amounts of crazy. But,
Well, I got sick.
yeah, you got sick. And what else happened, Ethan?
Then you got on a show.
Yes, that is also
I was already
true.
working on a show.
Yes. Well, what else happened,
And then
Ethan?
you joined me on that show.
Yes, and what happened on that show, Ethan?
Well, we finished that show. But before that, I broke my arm on that show.
He
Um,
went and busted his arm,
Yeah,
sustaining an injury.
and they didn't cast it, but it's here. It's mostly mobile. I can't make a straight. It's like an angle right now.
It's
It's a
been
little,
slow
little
going.
obtuse.
Absolutely, but he's working at it.
Yeah, I'm just building up my strength.
Yep.
So I can fight you again
Absolutely.
and win.
Me, I got no excuse. I've just been. Well, I guess I've been working, but
We've been tired, and so with that we're gonna kind of reanalyze. Reanalyze, is that a word?
that is definitely not a word.
Reanalyze. Is that a word?
Comment down a little below if that's a word.
You know, you can keep telling them to comment. They're not gonna comment.
One day someone's gonna comment.
No one's gonna comment.
They've commented before.
Who?
There's a couple people.
Oh,
You know who you are.
he doesn't.
I don't need to know who they are, but they do.
We're gonna take a different approach to Feast of Films next year, probably reducing it to once a month.
Yes.
Just again, we thought twice a month would be easy.
Yeah.
It's apparently still very much not. It's just
When you work throughout the week and you have longer hours, not complaining about the hours, but the reality is, like, you get to the weekend, you're like, I don't want to do anything.
and at the end of the day, we started this, like, when this started, it was for fun. It was for something for us to do.
Yeah. And we want to
And-
keep doing it, especially, like, for the people who do enjoy watching it.
But it's been becoming kind of a bit of a slog and a lot of extra work that, like, it just feels like an extra pile on to a lot of other stuff that we want to do, like
Yeah.
making our own projects, doing stuff that's more narrative structured rather than us just talking.
Absolutely.
And so we want to find a way to keep it going while also maintaining the fun with it, not burning ourselves out, and not taking away.
Because it is something we enjoy doing, and
Yeah.
for the people who do watch, they do enjoy it as well. So we do want to keep doing it to one extent or another. Just it'll be slightly different in the new year.
So yeah, probably once a month, or just kind of randomly when we have stuff to talk about, if we have people to bring.
Mhm.
Just more casual than how it already is, super casual.
Yeah, we're making something that is a casual hobby even more casual.
But not too casual, but pretty well, mostly casual.
We'll be flying casually.
Yes. But yeah, no, it's been a bit of a ride
Yes, it has.
in the last sorry, there's a hair on my computer and that took away my attention.
How did that happen?
Probably from all my hair.
Probably yes.
I know you don't know that problem, but
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I've since cut my hair, although it's getting longer again. It's getting about that time to shave it down once again.
oh, you shaved it before the last video.
I don't think I did. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong about that.
Nothing like a good old YouTube check.
Like I said, it's been over a month. My memory is not that good.
It's been over a month. You've been working long.
Yes. But
I
regardless,
haven't. I've actually been slacking this whole time.
yeah, you and your broken arm,
I don't work.
slack-a-lacking.
It's true.
No hill amounted to anything in the history of Hill Valley.
It's true.
So with that, I guess we more just
yeah, we just want to do a bit of a catch up, talk about some of the stuff we've been watching and doing, and yeah, you shaved your head as far back as doing our board game episode.
Oh, okay. So yes, it was 2 episodes ago.
Yes, which was like 3 months ago.
Indeed. Oh yeah. So y'all seen it. It's getting a little shaggier. So just a wee bit. So we'll be shaving it down.
Look
once
like
again.
Jason Statham and Crank.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't. You're British.
Crank too.
I don't speak British. Does he say Crank 2 in the movie?
No, he doesn't. I need to get Crank to high voltage in order to save my girlfriend and make sure my heart doesn't explode.
I would like to crank also.
Crank as well.
This is the shenanigans you keep coming back for, gang.
Those movies are a trip. Because like the first one's like, I've described this before, where it's like the first Crank.
If you say it's grounded, I'm gonna hit you with my
No. It's the best Grand Theft Auto movie that's ever gonna get made.
Yeah.
And the second one is the best Saints Row movie that's ever going to get made.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're just outside the realm of reality. Well, the first one definitely is outside the realm of reality, but, like, it at least has the illusion of trying to be, like, a grounded action movie to a certain extent. The second one, they just throw that all out the window and they just have a good time. What are you doing?
It was fuzzy.
Yes, it's a sweater.
No, it's like floofing up.
It is.
Looked like lint.
So, yeah, I need a lint brush.
Yes.
Michael Myers looks like he has a soul patch now.
What is he in Crank 1?
I think he's just a hitman.
Is he a hitman?
I think so.
I thought he was a cop.
He is not a cop in Crank, no. I mean, in the...
Look, he's Chev Chelios.
Chev Chelios. This is the day I die. But no, really. We're gonna do...
Is Chelios a British name?
I don't know. I don't think anyone's named Chelios. I've never met anyone with the last name Chelios in my life.
There's literally Chris Chelios.
Who's Chris Chelios?
Famous hockey player.
Oh, well, as a Canadian, I should know that, I suppose.
Who's American.
So
Chelios' name origin. Look at us go. We're doing research already, and
of the London Chelioses.
It's Italian.
It's Italian. Statham's very Italian.
Definitely
yes.
Italian. I'm actually curious about that.
Sure, look it up. This is what you come here for, ladies and gentlemen, to find out if Jason Statham is Italian.
Well, when I type in Jason Statham Italian, I just get Italian job.
Yeah, I should have seen that coming.
So I'm like,
still haven't seen it.
So I'm like, his character's name is Handsome Rob, and that's the answer that I got.
Handsome Rob.
So,
blimey.
Handsome
Rob.
Jason Statham is historically Handsome Rob.
Yes,
that's his lineage.
That's his nationality.
Yes, Handsome Rob.
Handsome Rob.
I swear I showed you Italian Job.
I have not seen Italian Job.
Well, I know what we're doing this holiday season.
I own The Bank Job, which is another
very different.
Yes, another movie starring Jason Statham where I assume he robs something.
A bank, more than likely.
Most likely. I have a lot of random Jason Statham movies, actually,
It's true.
if I had to guess.
When was the last time you watched one?
It's been a while.
Honestly,
Actually,
The Meg-
the Meg was the last.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the last one I
Jason
watched, too.
Statham movie.
Really?
Blimey. Giant shark, do you know what I mean?
No one knows what you mean.
It's a megalodon. Do you know what I mean? Big shark.
This big.
This big, do you know what I mean?
Jason, compared to everything else, that's like that's pretty small.
Big shark.
I know for you that's big. But...
Teeth this big, do you know what I mean?
Wait, so it's that big, but its teeth are this big?
Blimey. Big jaws, do you know what I mean? Eat your head like that.
That should have just been the name of the movie.
Big jaws.
It's Big Jaws.
Just drop the pretense. Just call it Big Jaws.
Big Jaws, and then you have the sequels built in where it's bigger, and then Biggest
Jaws.
Yeah.
Biggerest Jaws.
And like Biggest Jaws, it can be like a space shark that's gonna come and swallow the planet.
No, that's already a movie.
Is it?
You know what? No.
Is a space shark?
I feel like Space Shark should be a movie.
It's like Armageddon, but like instead of an asteroid, it's a giant shark.
You're telling me that there's a giant shark from the depths of space.
Yeah,
heading our
and
way.
like they've been watching stars like get blotted out, and they're like, "What's happening?"
I feel like what that is a Junji Ito story, except you replace the Lovecraftian entity with a giant shark that eats planets.
I think this could make millions.
I think
you're trying to weigh me down.
Listen, if you want to write Space Shark, that's on you. If there could be
sci-fi, give me a call.
If there could be Space Godzilla, there could be Space Shark.
It's true, and it's like we could call it Space Jaws, but I feel like that's too close. Like I feel like again for a sci-fi movie,
Carcharodon Space Carcarius.
Gotta take it back. Can't be stars that are getting eaten because like that's too big.
Yeah,
but just like planets.
A shark would never eat a star. Let's be honest here.
The shark is the star.
It
of our movie. Come on, Space Shark, guys. Let's make this.
You want a fun Space Shark? Okay, well, who's in Space Shark?
I don't know.
Who's starring in it? What's Eric Roberts doing?
No, I wouldn't make him the star.
No, but Eric Roberts could be it for a minute, so we can put him on the poster.
He can be the astronomer that discovers.
The astronomer?
The astronomer. The awesome astronomer.
Awesome astronomer.
Yeah.
Okay, so the awesome
and he
astronomer...
like does kickflips and stuff in his free time.
It's like clearly like Tony Hawk in a gray wig, but it's like he's doing kickflips.
Yeah, and then it cuts to Eric Roberts.
Roberts. Yeah. Yep. Excellent. Okay.
And he finds this, and he's going to warn people.
Yes.
And by skateboarding to like the nearest authority.
And who does he go to?
No, that's the thing is he's going to like the mayor or like the governor or wherever he's at, and he's flipping his way down. And then just as he's about to get there, this is the opening scene.
This is the opening scene.
And
it's also a 90s movie, which is why there's so many kickflips.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just set in the 90s.
Just set in the 90s, okay.
Yeah, this is the triumphant story about how we defeated Space Shark.
Yes.
It's a historical document that we find out about, like in the actuality, like in the movies, like, the other part of this movie will be told, like, it's the aftermath, like, at the very end credit scene. It's like, this is actually a story being told, like, 1,000 years in the future. And that's when we set up the sequel that Space Shark is coming back.
Yep.
But anyway,
Return of Space Shark.
That's the end. We're going to go back to the beginning.
Okay, back to the beginning.
So yeah, so he's flipping his way down, right?
Yes.
We've been over this. And just as he's about to get to the government building...
And the neighborhood kids are like, whoa!
Yeah, and then he gets hit by a taco truck.
He gets hit by a car.
And he dies. And they don't know that Space Shark is coming.
Okay, well that's
like, the opening.
It's like The Omen.
Kinda.
Where the priest dies.
Yeah.
Because he can't... No, but he got to warn people in The Omen.
Oh, no, but he doesn't get to warn anyone here.
Oh, no, well, you know what happens? The reason that he gets... the reason that the taco truck runs into him is he was trying to avoid the giant shark tooth that fell to Earth.
No, see, you're going too far with this. Because how would a giant shark tooth when he's billions of light years away?
No, he chipped it on a star, and it went flying off into
I like where you're going with that, but I think we should save that for later.
Hole.
Why would it go into a black hole?
And that's how it ends up on Earth.
It just goes through the vacuum of space.
The space shark's like, I gotta go get my tooth.
You know, sharks regrow their teeth, right?
Well, no, they just got a bunch of them.
No, and then they regrow.
I see.
It's a space shark.
You learn something new every day. Anyway, continue. Who's the mayor?
So the mayor is also Eric Roberts. It was his twin brother, and that's how they end up defining it, because he doesn't get to warn anyone. But Eric Roberts sends
Who also can kickflip?
no,
They took different career paths, but he is also good on a skateboard.
Yes, but he heel flips, not kicks.
He heel flips.
Yeah,
okay.
they're different because they didn't
Okay.
want to learn the same trick.
Of course, you don't want the audience will get bored if they're just both doing kickflips.
Exactly.
Yeah, so no, makes sense. Continue.
So anyway, so he hires a crack team of scientists to go and to study his dead brother's findings to figure out why he would just recklessly drive in front of a taco truck. Cause his brother famously loves tacos. Famously loves tacos. Like everyone knows about it. Like
yeah.
Like in
The
his office,
the
there's like
kids know about it.
oh no, like this like national news. Like on
Did he
on
win
his wall.
a taco eating contest?
No, there's like a Nobel Peace Prize, and then there's just like an article about how much he loves tacos.
That's like the main thing he talked about in his Nobel Prize interview.
He thanked tacos because without tacos, he wouldn't have the sustenance to actually like complete his research.
Okay, well this.
So like knowing that his brother, like knowing that he should have stopped for the taco truck.
Yes, absolutely.
Instead, he got ran over, just like
he's like
boom, dead.
Wait a minute, my brother would never get run over. By
I
a
need
taco
you.
truck.
I need you, crack team of scientists, to go to my brother's laboratory, to his I guess it's not lab as much as it is like a observatory.
Yes,
I need you to go and I need you to figure out what he discovered.
absolutely. And the lead scientist is played by Dolph Lundgren. He's gonna.
We can't afford Dolph Lundgren for
No,
this.
no. See, he's.
And these scientists got to be sexy.
Are you saying Dolph Lundgren is not sexy?
Not enough to be these young scientists that Eric Roberts is sending to go investigate Eric Roberts' findings.
So we need young
But
people.
Dolph Lundgren can play.
The shark.
No, he can play Eric Roberts' science partner.
So, so not the mayor's brother's science partner.
Yes, the scientist who died, who
Who
was
is
Eric
in a
Roberts.
space station up in space.
No, he's not up in space. He's down here
He's
too.
down there on Earth.
But he's a nihilist and wants the planet to be destroyed. He thinks there's no hope.
So he's seen the shark, but
He's seen the shark.
knows
He's
it's
not
coming.
telling anybody.
He knows it's coming.
Yeah, so it becomes an espionage thing.
So Dolph Lundgren's the bad guy.
He's gonna sabotage this mission.
That's good. That's good for about 5 minutes of screen time right there.
I think so. And so he's gonna sabotage this mission to try and stop the space shark once the scientists find the space shark
Okay.
and decide to try and stop it. Because that's gonna happen. Like we know, again, Armageddon, but with sharks.
Armageddon with sharks.
Like yeah.
So they need marine biologists to go up into space.
It's a weird mix.
No, they
of-
need. So we need a marine biologist. We need a shark hunter,
yes, demolition experts.
a demolition experts,
And
yes.
we have room for one astronaut because
specifically like underwater demolition experts, because water
Yes.
is much like space.
pretty much. And and like the thing with it too is we got to take a page right out of Michael Bay's book with Armageddon, and we don't need astronauts. We need one astronaut, one to pilot the plane and
Yeah.
/ captain the mission.
Yes,
He'll probably die. She'll probably die.
she'll probably die.
2022.
We're
We
heading-
gotta break new ground.
we'll have to we'll get the world's first female action star, Jennifer Lawrence, to be.
We can't afford her.
We can't.
She's won Oscars. Has she won Oscars?
Silver Linings Playbook.
Maybe. I don't
Maybe.
know. We'll pretend. We'll
We'll
pretend this
pretend.
is a world where she's won an Oscar.
Absolutely.
Maybe it's the real world. Maybe it's the one where Space Shark exists.
Could be.
Who knows?
Who knows?
No, you're thinking too big for the stars. This is a sci-fi channel.
Right. I'm sorry.
You got to be more realistic and grounded in
So
this.
who we got?
Well, Casper Van Dien obviously needs.
Casper Van Dien. He's got to be one of the scientists.
He's got to be like one of
No,
the
he'll be the
shark hunter.
Yes.
The-
Casper
the-
Van Dien will be the shark hunter.
who constantly takes his shirt off.
Yes. Excuse me. I have to boil these jaws.
These space jaws.
Space jaws.
And he's already
Gonna
he's
be-
already caught like a little bunch of baby space sharks.
Baby space.
And everyone thinks that he's like making it up
Whoa,
because they look like
hold
regular
up,
sharks.
Hold up. So
Yeah, he's been into space already. Like
okay, so Casper Van Dien. We're introduced to him. He's in his space boat.
Yeah, well, because he's
on SpaceX.
because he's American, but he's worked for either the Russian or the Chinese government going into space. For
That's
them.
good. That's good.
That's why he can't tell anyone in America about this.
No, absolutely. He's been doing it for the Russian government for years.
But the FBI has finally got their hooks in.
Their hooks in him.
Yep.
They go up and they arrest him in space.
Yeah.
On their own SpaceX.
Yeah, they knock on his like window of his space suit and like FBI badge.
Oh no.
Look, what do you guys want from me? We need you to help us hunt a space shark. We haven't even talked about how the scientists find the space shark.
Yes.
So, do we want a bunch of unknowns for like the space shark scientists?
I think we could. Yeah, I think it's safe to say we're getting unknowns for this, up and comers, that sort of thing.
Again, you need the young people. He's got to keep it sexy.
Absolutely.
Yes, like that's what it needs.
100%.
We already got a lot of star power. Like for what this.
We've got Eric Roberts twice. We got Dolph Lundgren, and we got Casper Van Dien. That's pretty good. There's still probably some room for more, but we'll get there.
I don't know if we have the budget for that.
Can we get Michael Jai White in this movie?
Probably.
Okay.
It's him or Casper Van Dien.
It's him or...
You know what? Yeah, I'm sorry, Casper. You're getting the chop.
So
for
Michael Jai White is the space shark.
Yeah, the space shark hunter. Yeah.
Yes.
Like I believe that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
he doesn't even need a fishing rod. He just grab them.
So anyway, these group of scientists. Let's. You know what? Yeah, let's shoot for the stars. Nicholas Hoult. He's the leader.
Nicholas Hoult.
Perfect.
I like it.
He's like he's one of the main ones, and then same with like his twin sister. Who could play his twin sister? Because the twins are a theme in this. It's setting something up at the end.
Amanda Seyfried. I believe it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Absolutely.
So they're twins.
Those are our two leads.
And then
because you think Eric Roberts is going to be the lead, they get hit by a taco truck.
We see they're fraternal twins, and then there's two other members. Like there's four other members, and those are identical twins.
Also, to be clear, scientist Eric Roberts does not have a mustache. Mayor Eric Roberts has a mustache. That's all they can tell.
No, he has a different type of facial hair per scene.
A different... Okay. And he has a 10-gallon hat that keeps getting bigger.
No,
that's too far.
He's not it's not a Western. It's a sci-fi.
No, he's the mayor of the town, you know.
Yeah, it's not a Western. If anything, he has a space helmet that gets bigger.
Well, where is this taking place?
It's taking place in a city.
In a city?
Yeah.
Okay. You're telling me mayors of cities can't have cowboy hats?
No.
Okay.
It's a very rural thing.
Okay. If you say so.
Look, man, who's pitching this?
We'll let you have
Who's pitching
I'll let you have that. Anyway.
So anyway, this team of scientists...
I'm the cigar chewing executive who has ideas. Just work with me here.
So anyway, Nicholas Hoult and Amanda Seyfried.
Yes.
They bring their other team of possibly twins, possibly not, to go and investigate, and they stumble upon the radar scans, because that's how it works in space.
Absolutely.
And they discover a weird shark-like shape.
The space sonar.
Way out in the Andromeda system. Because they mention that a lot in movies. My space and lack of space knowledge is astounding to me. I either know a lot about specific things or nothing at all. It's weird.
The shark's coming up the Milky Way.
Yeah, like so.
I didn't know the Milky Way was salt water.
So anyway.
Yes. Are you looking up galaxies now?
No, I'm looking up the shark's teeth thing to make sure I was right about the teeth regeneration. They don't rely on 2 sets of teeth. They have an endless supply of teeth.
Yeah, they got like multiple rows.
Yeah, that regenerates constantly throughout life. In some sharks, a new set of teeth develops every 2 weeks.
Jesus Christ.
Sharks are terrifying.
Indeed.
Especially ones that eat planets.
Yes.
So anyway, so yeah,
Spaceshark.
they find this guy's data where it's like, oh my gosh, there's a planet and it's gone. And they're like, what?
Oh my god.
And then they get, they hack into some kind of satellite that's way off in the distance.
Yep.
And they get an audio
Russian
thing back.
satellite.
Any satellite, I don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
They get sound back that sounds like a shark roaring. Because sharks roar, as we know from the end of Jaws.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. That is a scientific fact.
Yes, and so they get that, and they're like, oh my gosh, there's a monster out there. Mm-hmm. So they're looking around with a telescope, and they finally see it. They finally are revealed this thing, and they all see it. They're like, "Holy, it's a shark!"
Oh my god.
So then they go back to the mayor.
Yep.
They're like, "Mayor, there's a shark in space." And he's like, "How dare you disparage my brother's research? He was a Nobel Prize winner and the master of tacos and kickflips.
Master of tacos and kickflips.
And you are telling me that he's telling you there's a shark in space? I don't think so. I want to see the shark for myself." And
so then he heel flips his way to the lab.
no, so he's about to, and then Dolph Lundgren shows up and is like,
"Oh my god.
"Whoa, hey, Doc, there's no
That's-
shark in space."
Whoa, hey.
You can hear him deliver those
Hey,
lines.
Doc. It's,
There's no shark in
there's
space.
no
That's
sharks.
ludicrous.
There's no sharks in space.
Sharks have gills.
I would know.
How would gills operate without water?
I'm a chemical engineer. I would know if sharks were in space.
See, that's perfect.
Yes.
We don't even need Dolph. We'll get you to play him.
Yes.
Jesse Prosser as Dolph Lundgren
As-
as the scientist.
Yes.
Yep.
Perfect. I like
We'll
this.
get you in platform shoes, put a nice blonde wig on you.
It's gonna be great.
It'd be amazing.
So
So he's like, "Whoa, like, trust me, you don't want to see this because it's a bunch of hooey."
Yeah.
It's essentially like the flat earther of he's like the flat earther of this whole thing, where it's
which is ironic because he's so tall he should be able to see the curvature of the Earth
oh yeah, well, I'm not saying he is a flat
and
earther. I'm
see
just
the
saying
space shark.
no, I'm not saying that he is a flat earther. I'm saying it's like that's the
It's
kind of
like he's
he's like
he's
that
a shark.
kind of
He's a shark denier.
where he's like, "No, this isn't real. Like, what are you talking about? This is crazy. You don't need to see the evidence. Just believe me, and don't listen to these scientists."
He's in a lab coat, but like the sleeves have ripped due to his arms being so large.
He's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's got the full sleeves. Like
He's
he's an
got-
official scientist.
And glasses. He just walks in. Like
Yeah.
he's like trying to look like a nerd.
No, that's how he looks.
Yes.
That's just how he is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah, he's not trying to fool anybody. He just happens to be also like espionage expert
Mm-hmm.
who looks like a scientist.
Yeah.
So then so he
And
convinces
he
them.
does not like skateboarding.
No, not at all.
Okay.
He's-
That's gonna come up later.
Oh yeah, like there's actually like when he leaves after he's convinced the mayor like not to investigate further, he actually leaves and sees a bunch of like kids skateboarding, and he calls the cops on them. It's like, "Hey, there's a bunch of kids causing problems out here."
There's a bunch of ruffians.
Which is it's
skateboarding.
weird that there's like laws with the police about anti-skateboarding, considering like the mayor's such a skateboard enthusiast.
Yes.
Like maybe that's the platform he got in was one high enough to like drop in from.
Of course. I like it.
Yes. So calls the cops on these skateboarders, and then the scientists are like, "Well, crap, we gotta convince the mayor to convince. We have to. No, wait, they can't convince the mayor. They gotta go above him. They gotta go
They
higher
gotta go
up.
to the next level up.
They gotta go to the governor."
Played by Michael Ironside.
No, it's just Eric Roberts to reveal their
Eric
triplets.
Roberts.
It's revealed that they're triplets. He can ollie.
He can all.
He can ollie. Yep.
Okay.
These skateboarding triplets, and he looks at the evidence, and Dolph Lundgren's not there because he doesn't know.
Yes.
He
Absolutely.
doesn't know they're gonna go above. He thinks they were beat.
Yes.
So the governor sees the evidence. He goes down to the observatory and sees the shark for himself. Calls up the mayor. Is like, "Whoa, our brother died because of this, and you thought it was appropriate to just turn these scientists down?"
You believed Dolph Lundgren?
And ashamed, the mayor kickflipped his way over, and they reconcile.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Well, we got to take this to the president. We got to get NASA on this right away."
Can I guess who plays the president?
Not Eric Roberts.
Not Eric Roberts.
No, we cut the quadruplets. Is too unbelievable.
That's too far. That's
Yes.
Okay, that's too
Three,
far.
like four Eric Roberts in positions of power.
That's hard to believe.
That's really hard to
That's
believe.
very hard to believe.
Yeah.
So now Michael Ironside is the president.
No, Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
And I don't
Now who the is saying we can't afford? You think we can afford Hugh Jackman?
because we got Ryan Reynolds to be Secretary of State.
Oh, okay. They're doing this pro bono.
Yeah, because Ryan Reynolds loves this idea of Spaceshark.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yes, he loves it enough he convinced Hugh Jackman to play the president.
Okay.
And again, Hugh Jackman in this isn't playing the president, he's playing Hugh Jackman as the president.
Okay, so Hugh Jackman became the president of the United States.
Yes, Hugh Jackman, the Australian.
Became the president of the United States.
Yes, because that can happen in the movies.
That's true.
Yes.
This is the same law that it was enacted in Demolition Man also got enacted in this universe, thus allowing him to be elected.
Much earlier. In fact, this is a prequel to Demolition Man.
Oh,
now.
yeah. That's all makes sense. That's what caused the big earthquake.
That's why we can't have Stallone or Sandra Bullock or Wesley Snipes in it.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. Because otherwise, like, those characters...
It wouldn't make any sense.
No, they're doing their own thing. They're too busy dealing with Spaceshark.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, so Hugh Jackman's like, all right, guys, get up there in space. That's my Australian accent.
All right, guys.
I'm not doing Kano.
Hugh, are you sure this is a good idea? This is a good idea to just send people up into space?
It's so good that they go in space with them.
Oh, they go...
They take one of the Eric Roberts up top, keep the other one down below.
Oh, yes.
Because remember, one's dead already.
Well, yeah, this could be
So
a lot
you have-
easier to shoot his scenes if they're in separate locations.
So they're going to send the mayor up in space to atone for his sins of not believing his brother's findings.
Yes,
The
of course.
governor's going to stay below at mission control.
Okay.
Because they've plotted the trajectory, and that the space shark
And at
isn't
this-
just eating planets, but it's coming right for
And at
her.
this point, they've recruited Michael J. White
Yeah.
to help them with
They
their
already
mission.
arrested him. They arrested
They've
him in the
arrested
first
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
For fraternizing with other superpowers.
Absolutely. Okay, this all makes sense.
I want to fit Steve Buscemi in here somewhere too. I just don't know where.
Is he the astronaut pilot? Is he his no, because he died in Armageddon. Or did he?
He's in Armageddon?
Yes, he's in Armageddon.
I don't believe
I
you.
thought that's why you were saying
Full disclosure, I've never seen Armageddon.
What?
No, I've never seen it.
Look, it's not like a
So
classic.
for all I know, I'm plagiarizing Armageddon.
Yes.
heavily.
Yes, I thought we were referencing Armageddon when I was making these suggestions.
I don't even know how to spell Armageddon.
Oh my god.
There we go.
That's like one of Michael Bay's 5 good movies.
He's a character called Rockhound? Why have I not seen Armageddon? Oh my goodness.
I'm good watching Armageddon after we record this.
I'm fine watching. Do we own it?
I think I do.
I don't know if I do.
Do I own Armageddon? I should.
Either way.
It's one of Michael Bay's 5 good movies, Ethan.
So anyway, so we have the scientists, we have the governor, we have the mayor. No, we have the mayor going up top. We have the president and the Secretary of State.
Yes. The Shark Hunter.
Shark Hunter. And who else did we all need?
We need the space pilot. It could be Steve Buscemi.
We need women in this. We don't have enough women.
Yes, that's true.
It's a lot of men right now.
Yes, absolutely. I tried to put Jennifer Lawrence in here. Oh,
We
have
can't afford Jennifer
We got Amanda
Yeah, we got
Seyfried.
Can we afford Amanda Seyfried? Who's won more awards?
Why does it matter who's won awards?
You get a pay bump.
I guess so. Yes, of course. We want to be realistic.
But Amanda Seyfried did Ted too, so I believe she would do this movie.
Yes, we want to be realistic about this. We can get who we want this. We need a name.
We have several names.
No, we need another name. Let's get Linda Hamilton in here. She'll be a biologist.
I guess we can. Yeah,
Linda Hamilton as a shark biologist.
works for me.
Absolutely.
And Jenna Ortega for good mix. She's an up and comer.
Absolutely. So Jenna Ortega is the pilot. She's like a
child prodigy.
Yes, driving the SpaceX.
Yeah, like she famously worked for Tesla before before Elon Musk went crazy.
Yes,
and then she quit because she has standards. Even though this movie takes place in the 90s,
yes.
all the stuff that's happened today with Twitter has already happened.
Yes.
Yes.
Because in this universe, Twitter was invented 20 years earlier.
Oh, yeah, it used to be with birds.
Yes.
That's why it carried over so well.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, so Jenna Ortega, she is the pilot. But she, like, acts like she's, like, seen some stuff. Like, she acts like she's about, like, 50. But she's like 20. Like, so she's the age she is. Give her an eye patch. Like, make her kind of like the Snake Plissken of this kind of...
Absolutely.
Yeah. Speaking of Snake Plissken, Kurt Russell needs to be the voice of the Spaceshark.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I was thinking of making, he's their HAL 9000.
The artificial intelligence on the ship?
Yes.
I
He's
agree.
voiced by Kurt Russell.
All right, so we got All right, so we
We got Linda Hamilton.
2 scientists, then we got like 4 other scientists that are like up and comers that we don't know about.
Yeah.
Jenna Ortega. Yeah. That's a crew of like 10 people. That's
Yeah,
believable.
I think that's good.
I think that's believable to
That's
take
good.
on a space shark.
Yeah, that's good. We can we kill off 1 or 2 of them, and it won't be a problem.
For the ground control, we keep
Well, because other Eric Roberts is down there.
yeah, and we need to keep the tradition of having like Ron Howard's brother.
You mean Clint Howard?
Yeah,
Yes, Clint Howard's in the control
yeah,
booth.
he's in the control room too.
Um,
Is Dolph Lundgren stowing away in space as well, or is he trying to sabotage?
yeah,
the mission
he comes with.
No,
No,
he doesn't come with. He stows away.
He stows away.
Yeah, it becomes
That's
like,
what I'm talking about.
there's
yeah.
like a brief half hour where it turns into like Jason X basically.
And Dolph Lundgren starts killing them off.
Yes,
Dolph Lundgren and Michael J. White have to fight.
100%
Absolutely.
in an airlock.
Obviously,
Who's gonna die?
it's gonna be great. So and then who else is down below? Because we got Clint Howard.
Does it really matter who's down below?
Can we get Reginald L. Johnson in there?
Sure, yeah, we'll get him down
We'll get
there.
Reginald L. Johnson in there.
It's really discreet though. There's not a lot because they don't want to throw the planet into a panic
Of course.
with this giant space shark.
Yes, that is slowly heading this way that we've barely talked about.
Yeah, well, like they've tracked the trajectory and it's not quite hasn't hit Pluto yet.
Mhm.
Like it's still a little further out, but it's getting there. So they're gonna meet it somewhere. Like they're aiming to meet it like
They're gonna meet it head on before it even gets to Earth.
hopefully before Mars.
Mhm.
Like before it even gets to Mars. But the space shark hones in on the electrical signals that comes up from like when they launch into space.
Yeah, as we know, sharks are very sensitive
Yes,
to electrical
and so it picks up its pace and is like, "There's food over here.
Mm-hmm.
There's not just rocks. There's like actual like meat and stuff."
Yes. Yeah,
So it
Mars
speeds up its trajectory.
Mars is actually just a big meatball in space.
No, I'm talking about
find
the
out.
people that live on Earth.
Oh, I thought you were saying there's meat on Mars.
No, they want to stop him before Mars,
Oh,
but
they wanna
instead
stop him
he's going to be
before
on this
Mars.
side of Mars,
So they're like, oh, where is he? The signal says he's right here.
and then he comes over the ridge of Mars, and it's
oh
like
my god.
he's as big as because again he has to bite it in like
Yeah, he's got to be at least big enough to like eat half of Mars.
yeah, it's got to be like 2 bites, like a 2-bite brownie size.
Absolutely.
So if my hand, if my head was the size of the shark, this is how big Mars would be in relation.
Yes, of course.
So you'd have to like really have it like further out there.
Yeah, well, no, because sharks, they got, like, their jaws can expand pretty well, so it doesn't have to be, like, that much bigger than the planet. It just has to be big
They
enough.
don't really expand it; they just open their jaw.
Yeah, it opens wide, so, like, it could be like
That's
that.
just their jaw. They don't have any. They don't. It's not like a snake where they dislocate their jaw.
No, of course. I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be that much bigger than the planet to be able to, like, chomp down on it. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying. So it comes up and like they're like we can't see it, and then suddenly they just see these rows of teeth surrounding Mars. And
Rows
it's like,
of teeth.
Yeah, rows of teeth, 2 rows. Yeah.
Yep.
And then it like clomps down and like fires it, and should it just be one spaceship or should they have like a couple?
Say they have 3 spaceships. That way, one of them could get destroyed. It's like those are like our the NASA engineers roll in one ship, and they're the characters we really care about. In the
No,
other
like
2.
we're dumb. Their military is also involved in this,
Oh yes, of course.
and so the military shuttle with all the Marines, the Space Marines,
Yes, that one gets chopped.
yeah, it doesn't even get chomped. It just gets like so when Mars gets chomped, a bunch of debris goes out and just like
Oh my god!
and then just boom explodes, and they're like, "Whoa, evasive maneuvers and all that stuff," and it's like this weird like we didn't know spaceships
We're
could move
gonna
like
need
this.
a bigger space boat.
Yeah, that's one of the lines. Mm-hmm. And it's like, no, we don't need a boat. We're gonna kill this. We're gonna blow this up. You've seen the ending of Jaws? Patent pending.
Patent, Jaws TM.
TM.
Yep.
Yeah. And so basically, they drift behind. So of course, when Mars gets destroyed, its 2 moons go flying off into the distance.
Yeah.
Now to hide from the shark.
Phobos and Deimos, by the way.
Yes, to hide from the shark. Both
I know that because of Doom.
the two spaceships that are remaining land on the moons that are like
Yes.
flying out, and they're trying to communicate a plan, but because they're flying further apart, they're losing their signal. So they kind of think they have an idea of the plan of like one's going to be a decoy spaceship, and try to lure the shark away, and the other one's going to land on it and plant the explosives, and hopefully...
No. Obviously, what they need to do is plant their explosives on the moon and make the shark eat it. So they're planting their explosives on the one moon, and they're like, one way or the other, the shark is going down. So they're like planting their explosives. So there's all these explosives at the corner of this moon. So when the shark eats it, it just fucking blows up inside of it.
I don't hate that idea.
Because if we're talking like Jaws, they got the air tank that goes inside and shoot them.
Yeah, but would the shark chase after one of the moons?
If it thinks there's food there, like it did with Mars. So
No, it doesn't think there's food on Mars. Mm-hmm. It thinks there's food on Earth, and Mars is in its way.
Yeah, but Mars, I was like, ooh, what else is around here? It's swimming around in space. They
need to send out another electrical signal to lure it away, because it's still heading towards Earth at this point. So what's going to happen is one of them is going to lure them to the moon that they planted with explosives, and then the other one is going to fly behind it and basically try and lure it to the moon.
Yeah, but it needs the signal to go from one moon to the other so that it has a trajectory. So they both have to synchronize the signal. And Dolph Lundgren's trying to stop the one ship that he's on from doing it. And
I think that's overcomplicating. I don't think they need to synchronize the signal.
I'm just saying we need some third act drama.
Well, yeah, but regardless, he's going to try. Dolph Lundgren's going to try and stop them from reaching the moon, so it goes back and.
Okay. I dig that.
Yeah,
that's perfectly fine.
I feel like explaining synchronizing signals is it's going to be too much for the audience at this point.
Okay, that's
going to be too heavy.
Keep it simple.
Exactly. We got to keep this very simple.
Absolutely.
Like kick flipping Eric Roberts, simple.
Does Eric Roberts kick flip? It's like Dolph Lundgren's about to
No, he died. The kick flipping one died. So we have the ollie.
Oh, sorry, the ollie-ooping.
Yeah, the one who ollies. He's up in space. No, he's
on the ground.
He's on the ground.
He's the mayor.
No, he's the governor.
He's the governor.
The mayor
is in space, so he heel flips. Yeah. So Dolph Lundgren, they have their fight scene because of course you got to have them fight.
Michael Jai White and him fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got Dolph Lundgren and Michael Jai White, but Michael Jai White is on the ropes. He's about to get it,
and then he heel flips into Dolph Lundgren, knocking him into the airlock. And then they shoot him into space.
Yep. And
then as he's floating away, they're like, oh gosh, we're safe. And then the shark comes out of nowhere and eats Dolph Lundgren, just swallows him whole.
Absolutely.
And they're like, oh crap, this shark is a lot closer than we thought. And then it becomes a chase scene.
Yes.
And in the meantime, it's a race against time, because in the meantime, while they're being chased by the shark, they're trying to load all these explosives, because you need to cover it evenly across the moon.
Of course. Otherwise, you'll get an even explosion. Everyone knows that.
And so they're getting there, and the shark's almost there. The shark's getting closer and closer, and basically Nicholas Hoult, he's in the spaceship. He's monitoring this, and his sister, who's the more prolific spacewalker, she's out there, and she's like, "Nope, you guys got to get out of here. I'm not gonna make it back in time." And he's all like, "But no, sister, I need to come save you. You're my twin, and I don't know what I'd live without you." And basically, that's my Nicholas Hoult. It's a great impression.
Much like these two moons, we're one and the same.
I told you twins would be a theme.
Yeah, there you go.
That was totally planned from the very beginning.
Absolutely.
100%.
It's a very deep movie.
I know. I've written the whole thing already. I actually already have the script right here. Could you imagine?
Yes.
So this whole thing... basically, they have to bail out because the shark is right there. Mm-hmm. The shark is right there, but Amanda Seyfried, she's got the detonators, and she's gonna blow it up. She's going to destroy this shark. Mm-hmm. And of course, they fly away, and Nicholas Hoult is screaming and crying, and they're having to hold him back and all this stuff. And the last words of Amanda Seyfried: "Smile, you son of a bitch."
And the shark's dead. And it's like, oh my god. Thank God it's over.
But the shark isn't dead.
Oh, no, I thought you were going to go with the shark had a twin that came out of nowhere.
No, that's the stinger for the end.
Oh, okay.
Spoilers.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
So, now, there's still the two spaceships. They're still going pretty well. However, the shark is damaged. It's pretty well hurt. But it's sensing, there's still some food out there.
Yep.
So it turns back around and heads back to Earth.
Oh my god.
Now they figure one last well-placed,
one more well-placed explosion
right in its eyeball. It's gonna be what
in
kills
its
it.
giant eyeball.
Yeah, that's gonna be what kills it. Now the eyeball's a hard target to hit. It's about as big as the moon for Earth. It's really hard. It's small in comparison to everything else.
That's true. But in comparison to Spaceshark, it's a small target.
Now the thing is, they use all the explosions on the moon.
Oh.
So that's where
Eric Roberts,
Mayor Eric Roberts, realizes there's only one way he can do this. They gotta launch him with. I guess they didn't use all. They have one more explosive
that's gotta reach
launch
its
him
target
out of the airlock, and he's gonna heel flip into the shark's eye and plant that sucker
right in his pupil,
right in his eye, and they're gonna blow up. He's gonna sacrifice himself.
Yes,
to make up for
the death of his brother.
By
taco truck.
And the governor is begging with his brother, "Don't do it, don't do it." And he's like, "I got to for my love of hot dogs," because he loves America. What's more American than hot dogs?
Of course, obviously.
The governor likes Chinese food. That's like the third, but we don't really touch on that. Not until the sequel.
Yeah, that's that's a deleted scene.
Yeah, I think so. So anyway, so really tense, really like last minute down to the wire thing here, and they're like about to line him up. They're about to line him up. He doesn't have oxygen though.
Yeah.
Like there's a leak in his suit, and they're like, "No, we can't launch. We gotta abort." And he's like, "No, do it anyway." And then like Linda Hamilton, who like loves Eric Roberts, and like they've built a relationship over this just short period of time.
Of course.
She's like, "No, he's right. We got to do this." And when no one's looking and they're begging him not to do it, she hits that button and boom, launches him out into space. And he holds his breath, or doesn't. I don't remember which one you're not supposed to do in space. I think it's exhale slowly.
Yeah, you have to. You do not inhale.
So he takes a deep breath before and just exhales slowly.
Oh no, sorry. You want all the oxygen out of your body because it'll get ripped out of you.
So anyway, whatever he does.
Leaving.
He launches there, and he's struggling, he's losing consciousness, and the eye's right there, and he misses it. But then the shark turns its head, because it saw it coming for him, and swallows him whole. And we're like, oh my gosh, no, he got ate.
The plan has failed.
It's ruined. It's awful, and they're all sad, they're holding each other, and then suddenly, the shark starts twitching. Because it blew up from the inside.
Whoa.
He managed to bounce off the shark's inner mouth wall towards its brain. Boom, right at the top, like a whale.
He heel flips.
Yeah,
the shark's
wall plants, heel flips off the wall onto the roof, plants the explosion, hits the trigger, boom, dead.
Dead shark.
Dead shark. It's just floating in space.
Roaring.
Yeah, and they take Then they, what they do is they then take the two spaceships, because there's two left, and they take these hand things that are on them, like the, those claw, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And they guide the shark corpse around Earth. Everyone's seeing it from, there's this beautiful, scene of, the different countries all over the world looking up, seeing this, shark corpse.
Like Independence Day?
Yeah, and it's, the shark corpse getting pushed, and there's, raining blood and all that stuff, Everyone's relieved, people are clapping, and they push the shark corpse towards the sun. They push it, and it floats away to be incinerated, never to come back.
Yep.
And they land, there's a big parade, everyone's happy, they're sad for the loss of two Eric Roberts.
Yep.
But it's fine, because Eric Roberts' wife was pregnant and gives birth to Eric Roberts.
Yeah, we cut to 50 years later.
No, it's just Eric Roberts in a little crib.
It's like Junior when they have the small animatronic baby Arnold.
No, it's literally just gonna be, we're gonna take care, because again,
so we're gonna build a giant crib.
Yes, and put Eric
Roberts.
And we're gonna force perspective it to make him look like a baby, because again, this is low budget.
Perfect.
This is a very low budget project.
Of course, this is the cheaper option.
Exactly. So the world isn't fully out of Eric Roberts. There's at least two now.
Yeah, to carry on the family name.
Yes, and
his first baby gift is a skateboard.
And the clip at the end is Dolph Lundgren's twin,
with a mustache,
discovers that there is a twin shark coming to Earth for revenge.
No, specifically the other shark laid an egg. in space. So there is a space shark egg in space. He's like, there's a chance.
No, it's as I said, as you said before, you were right the first time.
There's
a twin shark.
Okay, there's another shark
who's pregnant with a space egg.
Okay, so we got that's so we could have
gotta have her cake and eat it
Space
too.
Shark 3D.
Yes, of course, we got to set this up.
Of course.
That's the pitch for Space Shark. I think.
Right. I think we got something here.
Yeah, that's. I'm really glad you sat through that. That's. This was supposed to be a podcast of us catching up and talking about what we've been doing, and it turned into a pitch.
Yep.
So what movies have you been watching?
Well, let me tell you. Well,
I think that's a very viable film. I think
so.
If all parties involved are interested, just
absolutely.
give us a call. Sci-fi, our phones are open.
Yep. We'll tag Dolph Lundgren. We'll tag
Ryan Reynolds.
Got to tag Eric Roberts as well.
Yeah, the people who we know are more than willing to do these kind of ridiculous movies.
Absolutely, it's gonna.
And then they'll sway their famous friends.
Yep, and bring money. We hope. It's gonna be great.
We expect.
We gave you the pitch here. Copyright.
Yeah.
Ethan Hill. TM. Space Shark TM.
That's the official title.
Yes. God, what have I watched recently?
Not Space Shark because it's waiting to be made.
Absolutely.
That was ridiculous.
That was amazing.
That was a pitch for the ages.
Absolutely. That was a 40-minute pitch.
It was a 40-minute pitch?
40-minute pitch.
Wow.
That was amazing.
Everyone's going to think I was drunk.
Think?
No, this is just hot chocolate. I am very much not drunk.
Of course.
We went and saw Violent Night, not Deadly Light. That's
Deadly Light. Violent Night, and which, in my humble opinion, was a damn good time.
It was fun.
I thought it was a wonderful new Christmas movie to go up there alongside Krampus for me as a new holiday classic.
See, and I would show my family Krampus and other...
Well, yes, because Krampus is PG-13 and Violent Night is very rated R.
Very rated R.
Yeah. I would not bring the kids.
No boobs, though.
Well, no, you don't need boobs.
I'm just shocked.
There's just a lot of blood.
Lots of blood.
Lots of blood. Santa's drinking, and he's cursing up a storm. It's great.
He's lost all hope.
He has almost lost all hope.
And then he kicks butt.
Yeah, 100%. Like, it's basically like, yeah, it's like, we don't want to, like, do a summary and all that, but
it's Die Hard meets Santa Claus. Like, it's pretty straightforward.
Very, like, there's, like, some very obvious direct references to, like, Die Hard 2 in there as well. Like, just some of the plot points and...
Just to Die Hard 2?
Well, and some of the kills as well are, like, straight out of Die Hard 2.
Well, I missed that. I haven't seen Die Hard 2 a lot, though.
Yep. Some solid Home Alone stuff in there as well, which is a lot of fun.
There's a whole sequence.
Yeah. And, like, the film... I like to call it, like, tonal whiplash, where, like, it goes from being this, like, kind of, like, gritty 80s action, well, not, like, gritty 80s action, like, it's Santa Claus beating people up, it's not that gritty, but, like, it goes from, like, this, like, more action movie, like, blood and violence stuff, but then it'll shift into, like, family drama and, like, legitimate heartwarming Christmas stuff on a dime. And I think it handles those shifts pretty well, personally. But no, David Harbour is delightful as Santa. And, yeah, I personally would recommend it. I think it's delightful.
I thought it was really good.
Mm-hmm. And then, the other movie that we watched.
The Fabelmans.
Yes.
Highly recommend that.
100%.
I cried a lot.
Like, if you ever, like, had aspirations to be a filmmaker when you're a kid, or even just like have your dream where like people didn't necessarily understand like why you wanted to do it, and like how it was just like you had this drive to do this thing even when everyone in your life didn't necessarily have that same like belief in you, it'll hit you hard.
It was really like really solid, and again, it connected to me on several different layers.
Mm-hmm.
To do with being a filmmaker and wanting to pursue this career that's absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if anyone doesn't know, it's like it's It's not biographical. Like it is and it
It's
isn't.
like semi-biographical of Steven Spielberg's life, but it's not like a one-for-one.
No, like at least not to my knowledge. Like I'm certain like versions of things that happened in the movie might have happened to one degree or another to Steven, but like just call him Steven.
Like, you guys are best friends.
My bestie Steve.
Where's our funding then, man?
Yeah, where's Steven Spielberg presents Spaceshark? Let's make it happen.
Come on, I would watch that. It's like an Amblin film. Well,
yeah, that Amblin logo right before the sci-fi.
and then like the shark eats the moon.
Oh my god, he's done the big shark thing before. It's just a hop,
it's-
skip, and a jump.
Exactly. Produce us.
Like
He's gonna see this.
he's definitely gonna see this anyway. But no, like there's so many little things that like speak to that, like because like the whole film is not about filmmaking, but there's little things where it's just like the way that he like
Trying to get equipment, trying to get people together to film stuff. Like there's a lot of
how he solves like little problems because he doesn't have any money. It's like, how do I do this? It's like, okay, well I have no money, so I'm gonna do this to make it happen. Like all those little things that like speak to like that whole DIY filmmaking brain that people have.
no, completely.
Like it's just really good stuff. But like the drama with his family is also really good too. Like Paul Dano is really great in it.
Michelle Williams too.
Michelle Williams, fantastic.
Seth Rogen isn't an utter buffoon in it.
No,
Honestly, Seth Rogen has actually become one of my favorite actors. Like he's
absolutely
genuinely like grown as just being like this guy that I'd see in like, oh, it's the adult comedy guy. All right, guess it's the same thing over and over again. Like this genuinely like this great actor with a genuine range of comedy, but with drama as well. Like he's just like, I don't know, just really solid.
100%. And like the guy they got, I can't remember the actor's name off the top of my head, who plays young Sammy Fableman, but like he does a really good job too. And like he looks like the casting director did a fantastic job like picking this guy because like he looks like a young Steven Spielberg. Like they did a very good job as far as that's concerned. So yeah, that one I think we both would highly recommend.
Very much so.
Like it's not doing well, so if you got a couple bucks, you want to go out to the theater and support something that's not like a big franchise thing, I would say it's worth a watch.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What else have you been watching? What are we watching at home?
Well, I watched
Not much.
Christmas Bloody Christmas on Shudder. Because I was like, you know what? I'm not done with Santa Claus murder just yet. I
didn't watch it.
It was a okay fun time. Like it's a cheap little horror movie. If you got Shudder, it's an exclusive on there. It's a robotic animatronic Santa Claus goes haywire and starts murdering people in a town. Pretty simple. It's got some creative kills. The characters they're simple, but like the actors do all right. Like it's just like if you're looking for just something, just like a random weird little horror movie for the Christmas season, I'd say it's worth it. On a scale of like, it's not as good as Silent Night, Deadly Night, but it's a lot better than a lot of the other killer Santa Claus movies. So that's what I would say. Watched anything else recently, Ethan?
No, not that I remember. Just stuff we've seen before.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
been a
what
lot
we
of
were busy.
rewatching stuff because like
It's also been a lot of sleep this last little while.
absolutely, but it's like we talked about like doing marathons and all that. Like we haven't quite gotten to them. Just been catching up on life as it were. But a lot of this time of year is good for like rewatching movies because you got the time to do it. So yeah, I'm trying to remember if there's any. I feel like there was something else that I did watch recently, but I can't remember off the top of my head for like a brand new movie. Yeah, I can't think of anything. I think it was pretty much just those ones. And then I watched still going on with Christmas horror films. I watched the original Black Christmas for the first time ever.
Oh, right, you did.
Yeah, I That's another one that's on Shudder, actually. So like that's it's a good streaming service. I recommend Shudder if you're a horror fan. Because I had never seen it before. I had seen everybody and their dog talk about it, like whether it's like on horror documentaries talking about like the origins of the slasher film or like just like good horror films in general, 70s cinema. So finally, it's just like I saw it and I was like, oh, I'll give it a watch. And like, it is legitimately a very chilling and creepy horror film. Like, a lot of like the motifs, like those phone calls that Billy makes to the house, just like the weird freaking voices and sounds that he makes and everything. Like, it's legitimately chilling. I didn't know. Like, it's got a really good cast too. Like, trying to remember off the top of my head here. Like, it has a really good cast. John Saxon's in it. I had no idea he was in it. As a cop, go figure.
It's true.
And not to be outdone, like I finished watching that one, and I'm like, oh, the remake's on here too. Not the newest remake, but the old remake, and I watched that one for the first time as well. I'm like, it is not as good of a movie, but it is exactly the kind of remake that like is exactly the early 2000s version of Black Christmas would be. It's just a meaner, more saturated version of the original, and I thought it was pretty fun. Like, not a great movie, but I thought it was a fun time. So that's pretty much what I've watched recently.
I'm drawing a blank.
Yep.
I think I zapped myself with that pitch.
You just all your brain power went towards pitching Spaceshark.
Spaceshark, yes.
No, I dig that, man. I mean, like, overall, like, it's like the Violent Night and the Fablemans were the ones that like we really wanted to talk about. So
Yeah, like we've been revisiting Harry Potter. Otherwise,
yeah, revisiting Harry Potter. We started the Man with No Name trilogy, which is a very loose trilogy, but it's still a grand old time.
blanking, yeah. I got nothing.
It's all good.
I apparently drained my brain.
Nope, it's all good. Well, in that case,
Get to take a nap. You entertain the masses now.
I was gonna ask if you had a question of the day, Ethan. What's a movie you like to fall asleep to?
No, a lot of them, really. If I'm tired enough of anything.
No, absolutely. Well, since we did not do a November episode, but I think it's worth. I think it's a worthy question. What movie would you say is like one of your favorite like November movies? Because like there's movies that like the October movies, obviously it's like your Halloween, your horror movies, things like that. December you got like your Christmas classics and like Die Hard, stuff like that. Like, it feels right to watch those movies, the snowy stuff. And November's kind of this awkward period of time where, like, it's not really autumn anymore. It's not quite winter. It's, like, right in between there. Well, I guess if you're in Canada, it's definitely winter.
Well,
but you know what I mean? It's not quite the winter vibes, as
First
it were.
and foremostly, Die Hard's not a Christmas movie. But anyway, moving on
That's
to
a
the actual
discussion
question.
for a different time.
We've
Comment
tackled
down
it.
below if you think Die Hard's a Christmas
We've
movie.
already tackled this several times.
Indeed.
Almost every year.
Yeah, and yet we keep talking about it.
Because you won't let it go.
And you are insistent.
That you let it go, yes.
Anyways, so November movies.
Top two... Well, I mentioned, like, Harry Potter franchise, I think, is a given. But, like, my main ones, in all honesty, would be Dead Poet Society and Batman Returns.
Those are solid picks. Because, yeah, like, Dead Poet Society, yeah, like, it's...
They're cold, depressing movies, and that's kind of what November is.
Yeah, but they're not super wintry either. Like, they kind of fall in between that.
No,
weird-
they're very wintry. Their entire movie takes place in winter. In fact, Batman Returns take place around Christmas time. They light a Christmas tree in it.
Yes, that's
but
true.
it's, like,
a
dour.
lot of people do view Batman Returns as a Christmas movie as well.
It's not though. But it's dour, so it's one of those things of like that's why, to me, it fits into November.
Okay.
And then, yeah, it's the same thing. Dead Poets Society, just a really solid, like, cold movie.
Okay.
I think if that makes sense. Like, it's dramatic, it's heartfelt, and it's just, it spans the seasons, and it's not happy in the end, but it is. It's like a triumphant but dour movie.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Oh, we also watched Band of Brothers as well.
Yes, which I was going to cheat and say that is my November movie.
Oh, called it.
Yep.
I don't know why we binged it though. Like in hindsight, binging
It's-
Band of Brothers is
It's such an emotional roller coaster.
it was a really draining week.
But it's such a good watch though.
It is. It's amazing, and I love it.
Like, I think we may have mentioned it on the podcast before, but like Band of Brothers is just like one of my favorite, like, I guess like it's my favorite mini series of all time. But like it's just one of my favorite pieces of media ever made. Like, as far as like, it is a story about
A Band of Brothers.
exactly like, and it's a great like. It's one of the best like World War II pieces of media ever made. It's a great war story that doesn't glorify war. And it more or less shows how people can get through experiences like that through the camaraderie that they form with others, and like trying to keep your humanity in a hopeless situation.
Yes.
And I think it's incredibly powerful and very well done, and absolutely star-studded cast. Like, and it's funny watching it now because like a lot of the people who are in like one-off roles in that show, or like they maybe get like one line here or there, are like big stars now. Like Michael Fassbender is just like a random soldier in the background.
His name is Sergeant Christensen.
Oh yes, of course.
He has a name.
Yeah, but like he's not one of the main guys. He's just like a soldier in the platoon. Same like Tom Hardy shows up in like the last 2 episodes, and he's got like a handful of lines, and it's just like, oh hey, it's Tom Hardy. Like it's pre Star Trek Nemesis Tom Hardy. He's still a skinny guy.
It's true.
But no, like it's very well done. The score is great, and like it has that. Like, again, like, you get the Battle of the Balls where it's, like, winter, but, like, the whole story feels very melancholy with, like, spurts of, like, hope and humanity and humor.
And then
completely devastates you the next episode.
Yep.
But, again, it's, like, it's that feeling where it's just, like, oh, we're trying to enjoy ourselves in this horrible scenario, and then horrible, crushing reality comes down once again.
Yep.
And, like, I can't recommend it enough. It's fantastic.
Yep.
All right. So does that bring this one to a close?
I think it does. I think it came to a close when we pitched Space Shark.
We
jumped the shark.
We did. We finally jumped the Space Shark on a Feast of Films. So Mr. Hill,
Yes.
where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Ethan R. Hill. You can find me on YouTube at Ethan R. Hill. I mean, you can find me on Facebook
You
too.
could.
But like, why would you?
Yeah, it's not that interesting.
Exactly. And then you can find Damned Rights at projector.com.
Finally.
You can buy it, you can rent it, you can stream it, you can download it, all the fun stuff.
Absolutely.
Mr. Prosser.
Yes.
Where can they find you?
You can find me at ThatJProsser on Instagram. You can find my YouTube channel, Jesse Prosser, on YouTube. I just said that. I've got some shorts on there.
Some pants too.
Give them a watch. And then what Ethan said about Damned Rights, you can find over on projector.com.
Yep.
Finally, after so many months.
We got it figured.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So that brings this episode to a conclusion. Hope you guys enjoyed the pitch for Space Shark.
I'm really sorry that's what it turned into.
I think it was a grand old time. That was delightful. And we will catch you on the next one. Have yourselves a good night.
Have a good week, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.